Okay, hello everyone. Good afternoon, all of you. So we start with the quote: "Work hard in silence, and let your success be your noise." So success, we need not say everybody that I am successful and all. You need not show your success to anybody. It will talk by itself. So if you work hard in silence, and success automatically will be known by everybody. And today is the birthday of Coulomb. Okay, I think all are familiar with Charles Augustin Coulomb, and he is a French physicist, best known for the formulation of Coulomb's law, which states that the force between two electric charges is proportional to the product of the charges and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. And all are familiar with this in electrical sciences. And Coulombic force is one of the principal forces involved in atomic reactions. The inverse square relationship is also seen in the relationship of the gravitational force between masses. In 1777, he invented a torsion balance, which subsequently modified for electrical measurements. He also did research on friction of machinery, on windmills, and on elasticity of metals and silk fibers. So a lot of contribution is there from him in the technology, in both mechanical engineering and electrical engineering. Okay, today we'll start with AutoCAD, and hoping that all of you have installed. Okay, so I'm going to teach it, and after seeing it, maybe you can try. If it is a regular offline class, we used to take you to the computer science lab, and all people will be sitting on the desktops independently, and we used to demonstrate, and all people used to practice, and there used to be many PhD students and MTech students guiding the people. So if somebody has some problem, immediately if he asks like this, that person comes and used to clarify the doubt, and we used to proceed like that. But now, because it is online class, that is not possible. So I will tell everything point by point and demonstrate it. And if there is any difficulty, I will try to demonstrate any number of times till it is clear to you. And later, you can follow the video and you can practice by yourself. Okay. And anyhow, for your generation, okay, our generation, we are afraid of computers, packages, and all. But you people are familiar with the laptops, desktops, and even packages and all. So suppose if you take a mobile, electronic mobile, and we are completely new. Every small thing, every small feature, I take the help of my daughter or a son, or the students around me. Right? For every small thing, just how to copy it, how to move it, how to send it, how to get it, how to everything, every small thing. It's difficult for me to just find out how to do it, and I take the help of other people. But for you people, even a small kid, he is just operating like anything, and whatever I take a lot of time, and kids and you people can do it very fast. So I hope you feel very comfortable after doing the conventional drawing and all. AutoCAD, it's so easy and comfortable for you. And only thing is you have to search for what feature is there, and many menus will be there. You have to remember each feature where I have to find. Like you are using the Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and all. There are so many features, and you are trying to learn either by seeing them or by seeing YouTube tutorials like that. Okay. Okay, we'll start. So AutoCAD introduction. Manufacturing of a product is the main activity in engineering profession. The design of a product may start with trial designs in the form of sketches and paper. As the design improves and undergoes changes, the final form design must be the scaled manufacturing drawings with finer details included. Okay, all finer details we have to, actually, whatever we have done, still further we have to learn in machine drawing. You have to say what type of material, how much tolerances you have to give for each of the dimension and all. Okay, so all these details we have to include in the drawing. And these drawings are two-dimensional representation of three-dimensional objects designed. So we have seen that is orthographic projections. And during the process of design, the designer may have to carry out a large amount of computations so that an optimum design is obtained. A computer with good graphic capabilities helps the designer to realize the ideas, carry out complex computations, present the results of computation in a useful form for decision making and possible improvement, and we present the improved model for evaluation. So if you have to present what is your idea before a committee, right, and you have to show it on a computer, project it on the PowerPoint slide and all, right? And the advantages offered by computerized and drafting systems, and actually it is not, see, CAD here is not computer aided design. Actually, it will not do any design. Design we only have to do. It is just a drafting package. That is, we can draw it. Okay. So, so what are the advantages of it? It increases the accuracy and productivity of the designer. It allows design alterations to be made easily. Suppose if I have to change one component size and all, and if it is a normal drawing, I have to redraw everything. And here just you can scale it up or down and change the size of this and that and all easily. We can make major alterations also I can do very easily once I do the first drawing. And it offers better drawing visualization through colors. I can give different colors and different thicknesses, and I can make it attractive and clear to the person who is seeing it. It improves the quality of drawing produced. Okay. So whoever draws it, it almost comes similar way. Conventional drawing, you can see the difference between each person's drawing. Okay, some are attractive, some are beautiful, some are nice. Like that, some are horrible to look at. But here, you cannot identify between your drawing and another person's drawing once you follow the rules like that. And so they are easier to store and retrieve. Okay? So 10 years back, whatever I have drawn, if I have stored them in some directory, I can just open it and I can again do modification. And storage space required is very less, right? Even if all the problems together, if I solve 10 problems, you have done 10 A4 sheets you are needed. But here, the whole file size will be very small. After doing 10 problems, if you submit in PDF, right, it takes very small area. And transfer of drawings is faster and cheaper. Okay. And it permits the use of library of standard symbols for productive CAD work. Like there are some screws, nuts, threads, and rivets like that if I have. And I can, some library of things are available. I can just bring a screw there and fit it there. I need not draw it again, right? So it is like in computer programming, which we have done in the last semester. If somebody writes a function for matrix solver or equation solver like that, you can just make it as a function and use it in your program. Okay, so like that you can do it. And major functions to be performed by AutoCAD. Basic setup of a drawing, you can draw it, and drawing of objects, and changing the object properties and dimensions, colors, and all, and translating the objects. And we can move one object to the other, and you can take one object from one file to the other, another file, and you can scale the objects, and clipping the objects to fit the image to the screen. So you can small one you can fit to the screen so that the details can be seen, and creating symbol libraries for frequently used objects, as I told, like nuts, threads, and all. And text insertion, you can put some text also in between for the explanation, and dimensioning you can do, and creating various layers. You can do various layers. Suppose a building drawing is there, a room is there, and I will have some plumbing work is there, electrical work will be there, and carpentry work will be there. If I show everything in one single drawing, it will not be clear to understand. So there will be layers by layers, right? Only room layout will be there. On that, you can put a layer of electrical work, and you can remove that and put the plumbing work, or you can remove that and put a carpenter work. Only one of it you can see, so that you'll have better understanding. This is called as layered design. And okay, allows zoom in and zoom out of any component, and creates different numbers of printing layouts. Okay, so the screen that you get, if you have already installed, you can see it is something like this. You have okay, screen. And so here this A will be there, this AutoCAD symbol. This is called application button. If you click on the button, you will have like Word, new, open, and save, save as, all those options will be there. Even that is given in this quick access toolbar also. Here's a new file, open file, save file, and save as, like that. All these things are printing. All these options are there, and so you have icons, and also from here, if you click it, you will get the drop down menu to get all those things. And this is called as ribbon area. This is called as ribbon area. And in this ribbon area, you will have different tools. Okay, so these are called draw tools, and these are modify tools. This is dimensioning and texting whatever things are needed here. And as I told, layers here. And here you can change the color, thickness of the line, and all those things. So like that, we have different menus are there. Okay, so these are called draw tools, modify tools, dimension tools, and the layers tools, and all. And okay, this is the drawing area, and we have this cursor, and the cursor will have this plus sign and a small square in between. Okay, in the middle. And when the square is there, no command is there in action. And if once you start giving some command, during the command, this square will not be there inside square. That is, there is some command is in action. Okay, and like that. And this XY coordinate system, this is called as UCS, means user coordinate system. User coordinate system. And here we have command line, and where you have to type the command. You can have the two choices. Either you can choose from the icons, any command, line command, understand that, right? So like that, you can type a command, or you can choose the cursor, menu. In the menu icon, you can select. And there is what is called a status bar toggles. Okay, this is also important. And if you want a grid-like thing, right, you have to click this. Whichever is blue, that is selected, that is on. These are called toggle switches. It can be on or off. If there is blue color there, it is on. If it is no color, there is no color, and then it is off. Okay, so there are different options are there. It is like, suppose this is two perpendicular lines are there, means this is ortho mode. Okay, ortho mode means when you draw lines, you will get horizontal lines and vertical lines when you draw. Perfect horizontal and vertical lines. It is actually, without taking that, if you want to draw a horizontal line, it may not be perfect. There may be some 2 degrees that side, or half a minute downside, or something it may come. You may not be able to draw exact horizontal line. Suppose if I draw on a board, can I draw a horizontal line exactly? Or if you draw in a notes, you cannot draw exactly horizontal line. But if I take the ortho mode, exact horizontal lines and vertical lines, only they are only possible. Right? If you want to draw any other line, you have to off the ortho mode and you have to do it like that. And there is what is called as another important thing, object snap. Object snap means I can snap some objects. Right, when you select it, I want a middle point of a line, and I want to draw a perpendicular bisector. I have to draw a perpendicular bisector. I draw one line, but another line, a perpendicular line to the center point I have to draw. Okay, so such things I can select the center point and draw an ortho mode a vertical line like that. Then it will become a perpendicular bisector. In the same way, if I want to choose the center of a circle, and I have to draw a line through the center of the circle. How to get that center? I have the circle, but exact center, how to get it? So if I take center snap, and when I keep the cursor on the circle, that center point will be highlighted. I can select that point like that. If I want to select a end point or middle point or an intersecting point, exactly that point you cannot find out by using the cursor. Right, exact point if I want. If I use the object snap, when I take the cursor near to that, that gets highlighted. We will see all of them. Okay, so like that we have various things are there. Here view cube is there. if you want to view from east side, west side, or north side, or south side, how the object will change. You can see it. But whatever we are doing are 2D drawings, so we don't need all those things. When you do 3D drawings, that view cube will be useful. Okay. And so there are some toggles switches for all function keys, toggles between, as I told, ortho and Cartesian and polar coordinates. If I want to change one to the other, F6 you have to use. If you want to have a grid like graph sheet, so that you have to use the F7. So you can use either the icon you can highlight, or you can just type the function key. Okay, anything is okay. And ortho mode, if I want to on or off. Okay, if it is on, it will be off. If it is off, it will be on. If you just click on F8 key, right? F8 button. And F9 toggles between snap mode. F10 toggles between polar tracking. And F11 toggles between object snap tracking. So there are different things are there. F5, this we will use in isometric projections, right? If I want to draw on a top plane or a right plane or a left plane, I can do that. Okay, so for that F5 will be useful. Okay, these are various function keys. And as I told, draw commands, these are the draw commands. Line command, polyline, rectangle, circle, spline, ellipse arc, make block, hatch, and multi-line text. These are the various draw commands. And these are the things, some of them we are going to practice, whichever are needed for our engineering drawing. Okay, so remaining things you can always practice. And these are called draw commands, and there are modify commands. In the modify commands, we have erase command, move command. If you want to move one object to the other, if you want to erase one object, okay, you can erase it. You can copy one object from one to the other. Object means any plane or a line or a solid or whatever it is, that object. And you can stretch, you can get a mirror image of that, or you can rotate an object like that, and you can scale the object. So like that, we have different options. These are called modify commands. Okay, so that we have seen here, right? So here, these are the draw tools. These are modify tools. So you have here, you can see line, polyline, circle, arc like that, and rectangle, ellipse. So these are the commands. And here in the modify, you have move, copy, stretch, rotate, mirror, scale, all these are there. As I told, either you can choose this particular icon, or you can type the command in the line command line. Okay, like that you can do. And when you do, there are different methods like absolute coordinate method, relative coordinate method, and polar coordinate method. So if I want to draw a line from one point to the other point, so you will have some coordinates. So coordinate by coordinate points you can give, or I can give the lengths also. So different ways are there. So there is one is absolute coordinate method. In the absolute coordinate method, the points are located with respect to the origin, 0, 0. And the syntax is XY coordinates you have to give. Okay, for starting point, it will ask, you can give XY coordinate. And ending point, it will ask, you can give XY coordinates, so that it will draw a line. Okay, like that you can draw line by line, giving the absolute coordinates. And there is relative coordinate method. In the relative coordinate method, the displacement along the XY axis are measured with reference to the previous point. So from here to here, I have drawn a line. And from here to here, if I have to draw another line, the end point I can give with respect to 0, 0, or with respect to the previous point. So horizontally, I have to move some 10 mm, and vertically, I have to use some 20 mm like that. Okay, so I can give relative coordinate that I have to give at the rate of this symbol, and XY means from the previous point, the new point is obtained by moving the X coordinate by this distance and Y coordinate by that distance. So this is called as relative coordinate method. And there is another called as polar coordinate method. Sometimes I will have different angles, lines will be there. And so I can give what is the distance at what angle. Okay. So the polar coordinate method, in the relative polar coordinate method, a point is located by defining the direct distance of the point from the current point. Okay, from here, if I have to draw like this, what is the distance I have to know, and the angle that the direct distance makes with the positive x-axis in the counterclockwise direction. So I have to give the angle in the counterclockwise direction. What is the angle? Okay, so that is the way I have to give. So I have to put again at the rate of symbol and direct distance and less than symbol and angle. Okay, so we will see one or two examples how to do it. Okay, suppose this is the figure I have to draw. Okay, this is taken from the ND Bhatt book only. This is chapter 26 chapter, right? So that is computer aided drafting. Okay, a chapter is there, 26 chapter, computer aided drawing. Okay, from that I have taken this particular problem. Okay, this figure is to be drawn. Okay, what I have to do, I have to take the line command and give the first coordinates point. It will ask what are the point 1. Okay, so we have to give 20, 20. Okay, this is the input, absolute coordinate system. You give input 20, 20. And then it will ask what is the end point. Okay, end point you have to give. So how much it is, because it is 20, 20, I have to add 80 in the x direction and y direction 0. So 100, 120. Okay, in the x direction I have to add 80, in the y direction 0. So 120. Okay, so that is the next point. And the next point, when you go, I have to from this point to this point. Okay, this point I want to know these coordinates. And what are these coordinates? Because this is 100, this x also 100. And y, here it is 20. So it is vertically 30 I have to go. So 50. So 100, 50. Okay, third point, 100, 50. Like that, I have to go on giving the point by point coordinates. And it will draw the line by line. Okay, so this is absolute coordinate system. Relative coordinate system means, okay, so again, if it is 20, 20, from here to here, I need not find the coordinates of this point, second point. Just I have to say in x direction how much it has moved, y direction how much it has moved. In x direction 80 and y direction 0. So here for P2, I have to give at the rate of 80, 0. And when I go to the third point, again, I need not know exact coordinates of 3. From 2, how much I have to move in x and y directions. So it has to x direction 0 only and y direction 30 I have to move. Okay, so 0, 30. And from here to here, 3 to 4, this is negative x direction, so minus 10 and y direction 0. Okay, like that I have to give the relative coordinate system points. And suppose I do in the polar coordinate system. Okay, so again P1 20, 20 and P2, what I have to give? I have to give the distance 80 and what is its angle? Angle of the line with the positive x-axis in counterclockwise direction. Angle is 0 only. So I have to give at the rate of 80 less than 0. And from 2 to 3, and what is the distance? Distance is 30. And what is angle of this line? It is 90 degrees. Okay, 90 degrees from the positive x-axis in counterclockwise direction. So 90 degrees. So 30 less than 90. And P3 to P4. Okay, so this I will tell some 4 to 5 points extra because you have to know the angle exactly. Okay, so P3 when over, so P4 I have to go in the direction distance only. I need not give minus 10, and it's only the absolute distance I have to give. Distance is 10, and what is the angle? So it is going in the negative x direction. So the angle is 180 degrees. Okay, so 10 less than 180. And from 4 to 5, if I go, this distance is given here 15. Okay, 15 is given. And what is the angle? It is 108. Okay, so I have to give 15 less than 108. And for the next point, so from here to here, P5 to P6, right? So the distance is 10. And again, it is going the negative x direction means 180 degrees. Okay, so 10 less than 180. And after this, P6 to P7. So when you give, what is the distance? Again, 15. And what is the angle I have to give? It is going into the third quadrant, right? So this whole angle will be 252. Okay, it has to come 72 degrees down into the third quadrant. So it will be 180 plus 72, 252. So 15 less than 252 I have to give. And again from here to here. So the distance is 20 and again 180. And again if I go from P8 to P9, okay, again the distance is 14.27, right? And the angle is 90. And this is 180. And when you come from P10 to P11, what is the angle? It is going in the negative y direction, and that is 270 degrees. Okay, for P11, I have to give 14.27 less than 270. Okay, like that I have to give. This is the way I can give the coordinates of the points, either absolute coordinate method or relative coordinate method or polar coordinate method. Any doubt in this explanation? So we will how to do it, I will tell you. But these methods are this. Okay, you need not do all these things. You have to understand. If I want to go from one point to another point, and if I want to give the position of the point, what is the way you give the position of the point? Okay, there are three ways. Either if you know the absolute coordinates of that point, you can give it. And if you know relatively from this point to that point, what is the movement, you can give it. Or if you know what is the exact distance and what is the angle of the line, you can give it. So any data it can understand, it can, and it will do that. Okay, so like that. Okay, we will go to the AutoCAD actually. Okay, now if you installed AutoCAD, you will have this particular icon on the desktop, and I am just clicking that, double click, and it will open it, and you say it is the increase your resolution, reduce the display scale, it's okay. Okay, so this is the way we are going to get. So as I told already, I have shown this particular desktop in the slide. So you can see, so this is the application, this thing. And I told if I click on this, you will get this new open save and all. New open save, save as, import, export, publish, print, all these commands will be there. And the same things here. If you keep on any cursor, you will know what exactly it means. So open, save, save as. Okay, so like this, you can have this. This is for printing, and this is for undo. This is undoing something. Okay, like that. And we have the draw tools here. And these are the modify tools, annotation, layers, block, and everything. Okay, and so we will see how to go about it. And if I just click on line, okay, I'm clicking on the line and bring the cursor here. It is not selected now. Okay, now it is taken. That you can see now the cursor, that square in the middle of the cursor, it is not seen. Again, I am clicking escape to cancel the command. Always, if you want to break a command or cancel a command, always press escape. Okay, you often it is better if there is any trouble, first you type escape 1 or 2 times. Okay, suppose because you will not know some command is in action. Okay, so if you just click on escape once or twice, so that will be gone and you will get a fresh one. Okay, and so here I am typing escape. So if I type escape, you can see the cursor. Now there is a square in between the cursor, in the middle of the cursor. Okay, so that is, there is no command in progress. And I am clicking on line. And when I am clicking on the line, you can see on the command line, specify first point. Okay, it is asking specify first point. And actually, this is a dynamic cursor. Okay, there that for coordinates you can see when I am moving this, the coordinates x coordinate and y coordinate, they will be moving, they will be changing. Okay, I can give x coordinate and y coordinate there. Okay, I can type. Okay, suppose if I type 50, that is x coordinate, and y coordinate, if I want to type cab, you can put, and you can put some 30 like that. Okay, enter. And specify the next point. Just put here. So this is the line actually drawn, but it is going somewhere out. So how to get this? Okay, there are some things like using the mouse. If you press center wheel, you will get a hand-like thing. Okay, this is called as pan command. Okay, pan command is in order. So I can move this line to anywhere on the screen. This is called pan. Okay, so just what I am doing, press the roller and just move it. So when you press the roller, it will become it will become like hand. So means it picks that, and I can move it anywhere on the screen. Okay, this is called pan. And if I just move the roller up or down, okay, clockwise or anti-clockwise like that. So this is called zoom in and zoom out. I'm just moving the roller, rotating the roller up and down. Okay, this is zoom in and zoom out. So like this, you can do it. Okay, so and so I'm canceling this line. So if I want to delete the line, so what I have to do, I take the cursor over that and click it. Always clicking means left click only. Okay, so this line is selected. This object is selected, right? If I just click delete, that will be gone. Okay, so again I am taking line command. Okay, specify first point, and then you can second point, and one more line if I want, I can continue like this: third line, second line, third line, fourth line, like that. And once it is over, always stop the command by enter, typing the enter. Stop the command by typing the enter. So I have number of lines drawn, and each line is an object. If you take the cursor on that, that will be highlighted. This is one object, and 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 this is one object. Like that, I have number of objects. Each separate line is one object. Okay. So if I want, I can move and do some operation on that object. I can change the color. I can increase the thickness. I can move the particular line to another place. I can rotate that particular line, any object, right? I can do. Or whole all the lines together also I can move, I can rotate and all. But if I want to do this, I have to select all the lines, all the objects, and then make it like a single object. And how to do that? Okay, I can join all the on the lines. Okay, so there is what is called as join command, Join. Okay, join, enter. It is asking, it will ask everywhere, select source object or multiple objects to join at once. Okay, so take on this particular first line, click it, selected. So one object is selected, next another, and next another, next another, next another, next another. Okay, so these objects are selected, 6 objects are selected, it is given. And now once the selection is over, if you enter, okay, enter. Okay, so it is joined actually. Now if I take the cursor onto this object, you can see all like a single line. Okay, if I move that, it is a single object. All are joined to a single object. So if I move it, the complete combined object I can move. Okay, so I can do operation on that. So this is the way I can join. Or if I want only one single line to be moved or rotated, so how to do that? Because everything became a single object. I can separate them by using what is called as explode. EX. If you type actually whatever our comments are there with that, you can see, you can select it, explode. Okay, now select the object. So it is only a single object, I selected it. And then once the selection is over, enter. So yeah, it is exploded means all the objects get separated. Now you can see here. Now if I see, this is a separate line, and this is a separate line, and this is a separate line. Like that, I have number of lines. They are exploded. So it's not a single object now. There are 6 objects are there. Okay, and any doubt you ask me in between, right? And another thing is selection of objects. Multiple objects are to be selected or deleted or something like that. Okay, because if I want to select, it is only one object I could select here. Here one object, and there is what are called as windows. Okay, so what I do is I click here, just clicked, and move the mouse in this way. Okay, so this is downward window. This comes in blue, and this blue window, whatever objects are completely covered in the blue window, they get selected. Whatever objects are completely covered by the blue window, they get selected. So I moved the window and click it here. You can see only these 2 objects are selected by that. Okay, so these are selected. If I put delete, these 2 will be deleted. Okay, so I undo it again. So those 2 came. So again I will try. Okay, I will do like this. I am putting like this up to here. I draw, suppose. Okay, and click it. 4 objects are selected. Whichever completely covers, the window should be covered by the object completely. Okay, so then it will be selected. Now there is another way of doing it. Okay, I am typing escape. I am not doing anything. Okay, and I take this side, I click here and drag this way. This is green window. This is called crossing window. And this window, if it crosses the object, it need not completely cover the object. Whatever objects are crossed by this window, they get selected. Okay, suppose if I do like this, so how many objects get selected? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4 objects get selected. Okay, so I will click here. You can see, because this is also cut by the window. Okay, these 4 objects can be deleted also. Okay, so like that we have blue window. If I drag it down from the left to right, green window, if you draw it down from right to left, okay, you will get green window. Green window is crossing window. If it crosses any object, that object gets selected. Blue window, if it completely covers the object gets selected. Okay, so that is the way you can select the objects. I am typing escape. And so here I have used a command join to join all the lines. But there is another command called as polyline. Okay, polyline, if I take that, it will ask specify start point. Okay, I specified. And next point, again next point, next point, next point, next point. Like previous only I have done like that. Okay, so enter, I type enter. And if you see, this is a single object. It is a single object. Number of lines I have drawn, and previously I have drawn number of lines. To make it single object, I have used join command. Now it is not necessary. If I just draw number of lines, all of the lines together will become only a single object. That is called polyline. Okay, so this is polyline. Again, if you want to divide them, you have to use explode command. Using explode command, a polyline can be made into independent lines. Okay, if I click on that, the whole polyline gets selected. Okay, and I am deleting that. And if I want to delete, I delete the whole thing. Delete. Okay, so we will do other object drawing. Okay, circle. Okay, if I take circle, it is asking specify center point. Okay, and there are many other options are there. Actually, if I just escape and in below circle, I have if you give center and radius, if you have center and radius with that data, I can draw it. Okay, you can give center and radius, and center and diameter, you can draw like that. Or if you have 2 points on the circle, you can draw the circle. And if I have 3 points on the circle, you can draw it. So based on the data, I can choose that particular option. Okay, and okay, I'm taking center radius, and so it will ask center point. You can just click anywhere. You can give coordinates or click anywhere, and so I have to give the radius. So either I can click somewhere here, or I can type the radius. Okay, and just again deleting it, taking circle command, center radius, and I can click on somewhere. And when I'm taking here, if it is 50 radius I want, suppose, just type 50. Okay, enter. It is coming like this. Because it is bigger circle, just I move the roller, I can zoom in like this. Okay, so like that I can do the circle. Okay, I'm removing this, and I'm moving the coordinate system to this side. And you can same way you can have arc. Okay, number of types are there. If you have starting point, center, and end point, you can do it. Or starting point, center, and angle, sector like thing if I want. So everything how to draw it is, you can see the graphics thing also is coming. So how to give that data. So here that is coming like that. Okay, that is start point, and specify arc. Okay, like this. Starting point, ending point, and center. Okay, like that I can do it. And so this is important for us, polygon. So how to draw a polygon? So rectangle or a polygon? Rectangle, polygon. Okay. So if it is a rectangle, it is asking first corner point. It will, you can give the coordinates or click on it, and just again you can get the other corner. Okay. Again you can give the coordinates or just click it, and you will get the rectangle. Okay, like this. Again, a polygon is a poly object. Okay, that is, it will be a single object. It is not like 4 single lines. Okay, if you are drawing line by line, all the 4 sides, you will get 4 different objects. Each line will be an object. But if you draw using a polygon command, you will get a single object. Okay, so if I select it, the whole rectangle will be selected like that. And I can do polygons like, because these are important for us, polygon. And I want to have a hexagon. So it is asking polygon, enter number of sides. Okay, just you type, suppose 6. Okay, and enter. And specify center of polygon or edge. Okay, usually in the problems, I will not know the center of the polygon. I know the edge length. Okay, so I have to choose this edge. Okay, click on edge here and specify first end point of the edge. Okay, anywhere I can just click on here. Okay, I clicked it, and specify second point. Okay, so second point I have to see based on the second point, it may give any hexagon like this. But I want one edge to be parallel to xy or perpendicular to xy, either like this or like this. So how to choose it? So then I have to choose this ortho. Okay, so this ortho mode. F8 you can click, or ortho you can click here. Okay, now you will get one line horizontal like this. And what is the edge length? Okay, I can give edge length because it is changing. If I'm moving this, okay, 59, 60, 70, like that, it is changing. The coordinate, it is changing. Because suppose I want 50, just you type 50. So hexagon, it will come like that. And in the same way, suppose I want one side vertical. Okay, suppose I take polygon and 6 sides, 6, enter, and specify one point. I click, Okay, sorry. I have to choose the edge option, right? Okay, polygon, 6, enter. And I'm taking the edge option here. You should not forget that edge option. Okay, and click one point. And now, if I take like this, one side will be vertical like this. Okay, it is horizontal, and one side will be vertical. Like you just move, you can understand, right? So second point, based on how you give the second point. So if I want to give here 50, 50, I got like this. Another hexagon with one side vertical, right? I hope how to do the hexagon with one side horizontal or vertical, pentagon or any polygon, you can draw it, okay, like this. That is the drawing of the polygon. Okay, now these are the main draw tools you need. Suppose modify tools. Modify tools, this is move command. Okay, if I want to move one object from one point to the other point. Okay, how to do it? I click on move, and so it is move select object, it is coming. So I have to select some object. Suppose this object I am selecting. Click on this. Okay, and once you selection is over, enter. And so it is asking move specify base point. Okay, you have to give some base point which is to be moved to some other base point. Okay, so here I choose this particular corner and I click on that. And move specify second point where this first point is to be moved. Okay, so now I can move like this, but it is moving horizontally and vertically because it is an ortho mode. So I remove the ortho mode here. This ortho mode, I click it. Now I removed it. Now I can move this anywhere. Okay, so if I click here, it will be moved to that point. So old one is gone. I got a new one. But I want to have the old one and the new one also. Suppose you are doing projections of planes. Okay, so one hexagon is to be rotated there. Okay, so this hexagon is to be there as it is, and one more hexagon I want, and I have to rotate it there some other place. Okay, so I have to copy it. So how to do that? Below move, there is copy. Okay, this is copy. I click on that. And it is asking copy select objects, which object is to be copied. Okay, so I click on that. So again, enter. Once the selection is over, I have to enter. And again, specify base point. So I am specifying this particular point. So this is another hexagon came. The old one is as it is. The another hexagon is came, and I can put it somewhere. So I can just click somewhere. And again, enter. Once the command is over, enter. So I have old hexagon and also new hexagon. Okay, this is the way I can copy one object and I can have another object. And now suppose I want to rotate the object. Okay, how to do that? So one I am removing it, one hexagon, and this particular hexagon I want to rotate. Okay, so you have rotate command here. So this is move, and then after the move I have rotate. Okay, so rotate is there. I have chosen that. So it is asking rotate select objects. Okay, this object I am selecting, and once I selected it, enter. So one object is selected, and specify base point, about which point I have to rotate. So maybe this point again I will take. Okay, specify base point. And when I rotate it, what happens is this object gets rotated. But I want to rotate this and copy it at some other point. So I want to have old object and also new object. So you should not forget this. Otherwise, the old object will be gone and whatever rotated only will be there. So I have to take here, there is copy and reference. You can see copy, reference. Okay, copy you choose. Okay, copy. So now you can see it is one more object came like this. Now it is asking rotation angle. Okay, rotation angle, suppose 30 degrees. So I am rotating by 30. Enter. I am typing enter 30, enter them. Okay, now this is rotated by 30 degrees. I got a new one. Old one is this and new one is this. And now this can be moved. Okay. whichever is rotated, that can be moved to some other point. So again, if I want to move, you can choose this move object and select this, enter, and base point, and again you can move it like this. Okay, it almost came like this vertical one. Okay, I will give some other angle. Okay, I will check rotate, selecting object, enter, specify base point, and copy, and I am giving 45 degrees, 45. Now you can see. So now if I move the object, move, select object, enter, enter, and select base point, and move it like this. Okay. So like that I can, to whichever place I want, I can move it. Okay, this is the way we have seen move command and copy command and rotate command. Okay, these are the main things that are needed. And suppose another thing also, we will draw projectors, and that additional projectors I have to delete, okay, or erase. How to do that? I will tell some easy method. Okay, suppose I take line. Okay, I draw some line like this, going through this point. Okay, like this I have two lines out there. And this additional lines of this beyond the hexagon, I want to trim it. Okay, I have to erase it. So there is what is called as trim command. Okay, for this, just you type TR. Okay, trim. Enter. Okay, now this small square came, right? So if I go to any line, and if there is that red cross mark I am getting, isn't it? If I click it, that line will be erased like this. And here I take onto this. So this line gets erased. I take onto this point. This is erased. And I take onto this. This is erased. And inside also, if you want to erase, I can move to any object, right? Wherever I get red cross mark, if I click on that, that line will be erased. Okay, this is erased. Right? I can erase that particular portion. Okay, so this is the way I can do. So here, though it is a polyline, actually one line also I can erase like this. I can trim it. But if I type escape, I am coming out of the trim command. Okay, so if you see again, it is a single object, right? So like that. Okay, I am removing this. I am selecting, typing delete. Okay, selecting, typing delete. Because you cannot see some of the things. Okay, and I can draw colored lines. Okay, suppose here there is properties. Okay, properties by layer are there. And first by layer, if you click on this, I will get colors. And if I choose a particular color, suppose red color I am taking, and if I draw whatever, suppose I take a draw line command, and if I draw a line, I will get red line. And enter. And if I draw another color, okay, some green color, and if I take another line, I can get like this. And I take another color, and yellow. I take line command. Okay. Like that, I can draw lines of different colors. And there is another thing also. So what normally happen is, so I will draw all the lines. I complete the problem, and suppose the final projections or the views are to be given one color: front view, top view, front view, top view. In all the three positions are to be given some color. I have already drawn everything with white lines. Okay, so how to do that? Again, I have to over draw the each line, or I can what is called as there is match properties. Okay, in the if you click on this properties arrow, here there is called as match properties. So match properties, if I select, okay, I click on that. So if you see here, there is a brush like cursor is coming like this, and I can select one of the thing. Okay, this select source object, which is source. Okay, I am taking this. So that is yellow. Yellow I have selected. Now I can paint on any other line. I can click on that. I will change the color to yellow. And this also I will change to yellow. Like that I can match properties. One object, source object, which has its properties can be taken to other objects. Okay, so like that I can change the properties of other objects. Okay, this is the way. And once I do that, escape. Okay, that brush icon will, the cursor will be gone. Again, normal thing will be. So like that I can do. Okay, now what I do is I will do a problem, the planes problem I will do, and I will tell you how to go about it. Any doubts you can ask. Okay, and so we will take one problem. Again, hexagon problem only I will take. Projections of planes. Second problem, a regular hexagon of 40 mm side has a corner in the HP. Its surface is inclined at 45 degrees to HP, and the top view of the diagonal through the corner, which is in the HP, makes an angle of 60 degrees with the VP. Draw its projections. Okay, so a corner in the HP. So I have to first draw the hexagon in the top view, right? With, because corner it is talking about, so a diagonal parallel to XY. Okay, so like that I have to do. And so what I will do, I will draw the hexagon. Okay, take this polygon, 6 sides. Okay, 6, and take some point here. Okay, I have to first choose the edge option. Okay. So take polygon, 6, enter, and I am clicking on edge here. Okay, in the command line, I am clicking on edge. It is asking first endpoint of edge. Okay, I am clicking that, and now I have to take the hexagon and specify second point, and the length is 40, and I want horizontal. Okay, so I have to choose ortho mode. Okay, click on ortho mode. Now I will get like this, and this distance 40 I have to type. Okay, 40, enter. So I got the hexagon like this, and if I roll it, I can reduce the size, and I can pan it like this. Okay. Okay, like this. And if I want, I can move it a little bit this side. So move the object, select object, enter, and pick the base point. And I can remove the ortho. I can put somewhere here. It's nice, like this. Okay. And now I draw XY line. And so choose the line, and somewhere you click here and draw a big XY line here. Okay, and enter. So I draw the XY line, and now I have to project them. Okay, so here when you project them, take the line command, and here one more thing. Okay, there is what is called as object snap is there, as I told. So here this is object snap, O snap. If I click here, I have different things: endpoint, midpoint, center, geometric center, node, like that. Okay, usually you select this endpoint, and center not necessary, midpoint will be there, and the intersection and extension not necessary. Okay, these things you get them selected, so that I can select the endpoint and midpoint of the lines. Okay, and intersection, two endpoints intersect, that I can take. And this perpendicular also you select. If I want a perpendicular line, that will give you an indication that is perpendicular. Okay? So mainly these four, I think will be useful. Okay? Endpoint, midpoint, intersection, and perpendicular. Okay. Okay, well, I will tell you why. Okay, now if I choose line command, so if I, because I have to draw through these corner points, I have to select the corner point. If even if I, okay, if I don't put this object snap, okay, I remove it. And if I type line, and I have to click on this endpoint, or I don't know exactly where this end is. Suppose I click somewhere here, okay, and I draw up to here, okay. So we'll see what happens. If I just zoom it, now you can see this is not going to this point. I tried my best, but it is not going to this point. And also, if you see here, these 2 points are not coincided. This line and that line, it is not coincided. There is a gap. Okay, that is the problem if I don't choose the object snap. Okay. Okay, I remove this line. I go undo. Okay, undo. And I want to remove only this line. Okay, remove it. Okay, now I have this way. I choose the object snap. Okay, I am selecting on. Okay, and then line command if I take. Now if I take here, now the automatically the 10 point I get selected. Okay, and select it. And here that see perpendicular line option is coming. I click there. So it will be exactly perpendicular. So in that way, again line command. So if I want to repeat a command, okay, line command again I want, just enter. It will automatically comes to the line command. Put this, click here, enter, again enter, click here, enter, again enter, click here, enter. Okay, like that I can do. Okay, this is the way the first position it is drawn. And second position, what I have to do, I have to give the surface angle. It is given that the surface is inclined at 45 degrees to HP. So the front view is to be rotated. And now, if I see this whole line, it is a single line. If I want to rotate this object, the whole XY line gets rotated. And I want only that particular top view only is to be rotated, front view only is to be rotated. So how to do that? So what I do is, I will draw the line again on that. That is horizontal line over that. So I remember this because these are the difficulties normally people face and they get confused. And I am selecting line and clicking on this point and the next point and also next point and also next point. So that there will be 3 lines. All these 3 lines I have to rotate there. Okay, enter. Now you can move on this. This is a single object. This is another object. And this is another object. Okay, so these are to be moved. And to which point I have to move, I have to clearly give it. So here I don't have any point. For that, what I do is, I take the line command. I just draw a line here like this. Enter. So that to this intersecting point, I can move that front view. Now I have to move the front view, rotate it and move it. Okay, how to do that? Again, I told you, I have to take the rotate command, rotate select objects. I have to select the objects. 3 objects I am selecting. 1, 2, 3. These 3 points, lines I have selected. Okay, then enter. So 3 objects are selected. And then it is asking base point. Okay, this is the base point. And again, as I told, I have to copy because one more line I need. So copy. And the angle 45. Enter. Now it comes like that. So here you can see there are 3 small lines. It is a line. Okay, this object is to be moved to this place. Okay, so take move command. Okay, move. Again, select objects, all the three, 1, 2, 3. All the three I have to select and enter. And again, specify base point. Here I specify this, I move, okay? So I can move to this particular intersecting point, okay? Do not say it is the intersecting. Okay, so like that, I move this to this point. Okay, so once I move it, I have to draw the projectors. And I can remove this simple small line. That purpose is over, I remove it. And so now again take line command and click here, draw the projector, click here. Enter to repeat the line command. And again, here why I have drawn 3 lines is like this. Again, I need a point here. I have to take the line command. Okay, so this is the end point of the second line. Okay, I draw the projector. Enter, again enter. At this point, click, again enter, enter. I draw this. Okay, like this I can draw. So because other must be on, then only you will get projectors, perpendicular lines I will get. And now I have to draw the locus lines. Again, take the line command and select this point, draw horizontal line, click, enter, enter. Again, one more line, enter. Click here, line, click here, enter, enter. Again, click here, enter. Like this, I can draw these ones. And once I do this, I can draw this hexagon. And so if I want, because all the hexagon to be together, either you can draw separate lines and join them, or you can draw a polyline. Okay, so I choose a polyline. Polyline, you can draw this hexagon from this point to this point, this point, this point, this point, this point, and this point. Okay, enter. So that is the way I can draw the hexagon. Now second position is over, and so third position. Third position, what is given? It is inclined a side parallel to the HP. Sorry. The top view of the diagonal through the corner, which is in the HP, makes an angle of 60 degrees with the VP. So this particular diagonal should make 60 degrees. So I have to rotate it by 60 degrees. Okay. So how to do that? Again, rotate command. Okay. So I am taking rotate. Now this is a single object. Okay. I can take this object to be selected. Okay. I select it. Enter. And it is asking base point. Again, you take this particular base point and you have to rotate it by 60 degrees. Angle it is asking. And copy command. You have to take copy here. Copy, choose. And then 60, you type 60, enter. So I got this particular hexagon rotated by 60 degrees. And this is to be moved to right. Okay. So I again take the move command and move this rotated object, right? Enter. And take the base point and move it. Okay, I can move it somewhere like this. So this particular diagonal is 60 degrees. So like this. And once I moved it, again you draw the projectors. Okay, so take line command and come here, click it, enter, enter, click it, enter. So like that you can draw the projectors. Again, you draw the locus lines, take the line command, enter, enter. So like this I can draw the locus lines. Okay, so I have to identify A, B, C, D, E, F. Otherwise, I don't know exactly which is A line. Actually, this is A. Okay, this point is A, and B, C, D, E, F, like that. So here also, this is A. Okay, so if you can identify which is what point, it's okay. Otherwise, you have to name them. Okay, how to name them? For naming, I have to use text command. Okay, till now, is it everything okay? Nobody is talking anything.
Yes, sir, it's fine, sir.
It's fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, I use text command. Okay, so text I will type and single line text. Okay, so I choose this, and it is asking text specify start point of text. Okay, so here now I remove the object snap. If I remove the object snap only, otherwise it will go to the end point or midpoint, and it will the point letter will come on to that. I remove object snap here. Okay, and okay, somewhere here I click here and specify height point to default. I leave it like that, and enter, and rotation angle 0, enter, and text I have to type. This is the cursor, and A I am typing. Okay, and just click somewhere here. So A came here. I will tell you easy way how to do it. And so here I have to draw, write A, B, C, D, F. Every time I need not do that. What I will do is I will take copy command. Okay, copy I do, take, and it is a, sorry, escape I will do. Copy command, copy select object. Where is it? Okay, it's gone. Okay, A is to be there. Again, I will take single line text. Click here, enter, enter, A. So I click there, B, click here, or click here, C, click here, D, click here, sorry, E, yes, okay. So here also I can click A dash, and here F dash, comma, B dash, here E dash, comma, C dash, here B dash. So like that I can type, and here also I repeat it. A, B, C, D, E, F, A dash, F dash, B dash, C dash, C dash, C dash. And here this is A, B, C, D, I don't know, sometimes everything will be gone. Okay, that's okay. sometimes when you type escape, everything will be gone. I have to be careful. I don't know that way. How to come out of this? I don't know. I will just take the risk. Everything is gone. Okay. It happens sometimes like that. Suppose if I take, I think I will save it and again reopen it. Okay, I will save it. I will give drawing one or hexagon. And I will go keep it on the desktop. Okay. Okay. Suppose I close it. This it has come here hexagon. I am clicking on that. No, it's not coming. Use open command. Open desktop hexagon. Okay, it has come like this. Okay, now I will again I'll check text single line text. Enter. Enter. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I will. Sometimes this problem comes. I don't know exactly, so I can do like that. Okay, here this is the A line. So this is the A dash line. I will start with this point. Okay, so this is O snap, object snap I am taking. Okay, this is A, and next B point will be this because it is B, and the C point will be here, and D point is here, and E point is here, and the F point is here, and there. Okay, this is the way I'll get answer. Okay, so now this extra lines, if I want to trim, I can use trim command, TR, enter, and I can remove this, 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 this. I can trim all these things. Okay, like this I can trim. And here also I will trim it. Like this. Okay, and dimensions I have to show. So this also I will tell you. Escape. And so here dimensions. Here aligned dimension, angular dimension, linear dimension, like that I have. And because I have to show the side, I will take align from this point to this point. Okay, so that is, but I don't see dimension, arrow, and anything I don't see. So I have to change the sizes of that. So here at the annotation, you click the down arrow. Here in the standard, second one, dimension style is coming, right? So this one you click it and manage dimension style. Manage dimension styles, you type it here. Here you have to take modify. Okay, so here you can give the size. You can give the text size, you can give the arrow size and all. Here, because it is 0.38, text size, it is 0.18. I will give something like, I don't know exactly which gives, which suits. So I will give you some 0.4, okay? Just I'm giving like that, I will check. Okay, I will close. Actually, this 40 is there, but that is of small size, and I have to still increase the size. Modify text 4 means I go to I think 2 is still smaller, and I can still increase the size, maybe to 3. I'm giving 3. And another thing, the symbols and arrows also I have to change because I have to see the arrows. Arrows also I will put the same size, 3. And actually decimals are coming, I can remove that. Primary units if I take here. And the decimals I can remove. I will put 0 here. Okay, close. So this now I can see like this. You can see arrows okay, and the dimension number size also okay, and decimals are not there, 40. And now I want to show the angles. So angle for this particular line. Okay, so go to this thing, angular you can take, and between this line and this line I want. Okay, so you can see this is 45 degrees. Okay. So this you can show like that. And again, for this diagonal, I have to show 60. And first I will draw the diagonal line. Okay. Enter. And take angular dimension here. Take angular. And okay, this line and this horizontal line. So like this. Extrude. In this way I can draw. Okay, so this is the way we can do. As I told, if I want to change the colors of this particular final views, okay, and suppose if I take properties, if I want to make it as a red, okay, and draw a line, a small line here. Okay. So to that line color, I can change these objects. Okay. So like go to properties, match properties, and take this source color, and I can change this color, these three, and this I can change, this I can change. Like this I can change. Or actually you can change the thickness also. If I take this properties, if I go to this, I can change this thickness of the line. Okay, like this also you can do. It was 8.3. So you can get thicker line like that. Okay, in that way you can change the thickness, but the color is simple actually. So like that you can do. Okay, like this. Only that text only. Just again I will try. Okay, I will again better save it in between. Okay, I will save it. Text, single line. Click. Right. Okay. Enter. Enter. And typing escape, it's going off. Sometimes it happens. I don't know exactly. Okay, I will check that again. I don't know exactly what is happening, but procedure is that only. Sometimes it gives trouble like that. Okay. Again, I will close in the reopen it. Okay, only without that figure if I do. Now it is staying like that. Okay, so actually if you get like this, and after that you can normally what I used to do is I copy it. Okay, copy, take copy command, click on this, and because once the select object, specify base point, and then you get all A's, and double click here. You can change it. B, double click here and change to C. Like that I can do. I don't know in that figure. I don't know why it is not happening. I will do that again. Okay, open. Hit 7. Okay, now again I will do it. Then it's, okay, that's the way you have to do. I don't know why it's happening. If you, I will find out why sometimes it happens. Because in a new thing, it is coming like this. New. In the new drawing, it is happening. It is coming like this. Can we take another one? It is coming here. I don't know where now, even if I type escape, it's not going. But in that drawing, it is going off. Okay. Anyhow, that I don't know what is happening. Okay, this is the way. Any other doubts?
Sir, can you explain how you're getting the colors?
Colors. Okay, I will tell you. Okay. You go to these properties, and the top one here you click on this. You will get any colors. Right. Choose any color. Draw any object. You will get the object in that color. Okay. So I am taking green. Okay. Now whatever I draw, okay, taking line and drawing like this, I will get green only. Okay, as I told, if I want to change the color of some other object to this color, green, and go to this properties again, here match properties is there. Click on match properties. You will get the cursor like this, and it is asking select source object. I take this green object. It is coming a brush like, and click on another object, you will get green. Okay, like that. Okay, enter. That's the way I have to get the colors.
Sir, how we write A dash, B dash, C dash, can you repeat once again?
That's what I am not getting here. As I told, method is like this. Okay, I'm going to new one. Okay, I will draw hexagon, polygon, 6 sides, and edge. Click here, take ortho, and click here, enter, and text, single line. I click here, enter, enter, A. Okay. So this is the way it comes. And again, you can change the text size if I want. So once I get a letter like this, again a single line text I will take. Size I am changing to 0.4. Okay, like this, suppose if I get this, okay, I remove the smaller one. Okay, once I get okay this point letter, okay, I take copy command and click on this. Okay, copy command, select the object, enter, specify base point on the same point you can try, and remove other, and I can click wherever I want the letters. Enter like this, and double click on here, you will get A. Double click on this, you type C, and double click on this, and if I want D dash, suppose I can type like this. Whatever I type, I will get that. This is the way you get that. Yeah, I don't know, in that particular drawing, when I type escape, I am losing that letters. Okay, exactly, I don't know.
Sir, can't you press enter?
Yeah, if I put enter, it is coming to another line. Just you will see what happens. Okay, now I type A now. If I type enter, it is coming to the next line there. It's coming A now. Okay. No, it's somehow it is going off. A coming. And like this only, if I take to some other one. And if I put escape, everything is going. Okay, I don't know exactly what is happening, but procedure is right, like that only. Okay, I will check if I get some answer for that. I will let you know. Any other questions? So whatever is needed for our particular projections, I told only those things. There are so many features are there, right? So some more features I will tell you when we go to suppose solids and all. Okay, what is your next assignment is your planes problems, whatever you have drawn conventionally, you have to draw in AutoCAD and take screenshots of all the problems and add them like a PDF file and submit it. And you can submit
which
it.
all, so which all you have to do, sir? Which all we have to do, sir?
Planes assignment already you have done conventionally.
Yes, sir.
Those conventional problems you have to do in AutoCAD. Is it clear?
Yes. Okay, sir.
Yeah. And you can submit it after your minor exams. I will give you again like an assignment. I will give it in your Google Classroom. Right? And another thing is, okay, though I am giving some due date and I am accepting all the assignments till I start correcting it. I am not doing correction immediately on the due date, right? I'm taking one more week. So at that time, whoever has submitted, I will give the full marks only. I will correct it for full marks. But at that time also, when I start correcting, if somebody has not submitted, I will give 0. Is it clear? Because I'm taking some 2 weeks or something, more than 2 weeks time sometimes. Solids is still they not corrected. Solid sections, isometric like that. So at the time of correction, if still people have not submitted, though it is long back the due date, and then I will give 0 only. Otherwise, I will correct it even if it is after submission date, after due date. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, any other questions on this? I think you can learn by yourself very fast. All are quite user-friendly package. Only this text one I got some difficulty. I will let you know if there is something, some tricky thing is there. But as I told, it's coming in the other drawing, new drawing, it is coming properly. And I could change it, I can make it in that particular drawing, it's not coming. Okay, dimension and other things, I told you how to change the things. Okay, again, I will tell you in the annotation, in the second one, if you click dimension style, you get, and here you have to modify, and here text size, you can text here. You can modify the text size. Same text size, you keep symbols and arrows are there. Arrow size you can change here, like that. And here in the primary units, if you are having any decimals, you can remove that by clicking 0 here. Okay, if there are no more questions, we will go for our story and okay. It's a nice story. It's about Michael Jordan. I think we talked about him. He's a great basketball player who is world famous and the #1 till now. And he has a lot of records to his name. Nobody could beat him. And it is one of his childhood story. Michael Jordan was born in 1963 in the slums of Brooklyn, New York. He had 4 siblings, and his father's earnings were not sufficient to provide for the whole family. He grew up in a poor neighborhood, exposed to mindless violence and heavy discrimination in the slums. He saw for himself only a hopeless future. His father saw in Michael a lost soul and decided to do something. He gave Michael, who was 13 years old at the time, a piece of used clothing and said, "What do you think the value of this outfit would be?" And Jordan replied, "Maybe $1. His father asked, "Can you sell it for $2? If you can sell it, it would mean that you were a big help to your family." Jordan nodded his head. "Okay, I will try, but no guarantee that I will be successful." And Jordan carefully washed the cloth clean because they didn't have an iron. To smoothen the cloth, he leveled it with brush on a flat board, then kept it in the sun to dry. And once he made it right, the next day, he brought the clothes to a crowded underground station. after offering it for more than 6 hours. Finally, he managed to sell it for $2. He took the $2 bill and ran home. And after that, every day, he looked for some used clothing, washed and ironed it, and sold it in the crowd. And more than 10 days later, his father again gave him a piece of used clothing. And can you think of a way he can sell this for $20? Aghast, Jordan said, "How is it possible? This outfit can only fetch $2 at the most." His father replied, "Why don't you try it first? There might be some way." And after breaking his head for a few hours, finally Jordan got an idea. He asked for his cousin's help to paint a picture of Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse on the garment. Then he tried to sell it in the school where the children of the rich study. Soon a housekeeper who was there to pick his master brought that outfit for his master. The master was a little boy of only 10 years. He loved it so much and he gave $5 tip. And $25 was a huge amount for Jordan, the equivalent of a month's salary for his father. And when he got home, his father gave him yet another piece of used clothing and he said, "Are you able to resell it at a price of $200? And Jordan's eyes lit up now. This time Jordan accepted the clothes. He took it like a challenge and without the slightest doubt. 2 months later, a popular movie actress from the movie Charlie's Angels, you know about her, Farrah Fawcett, came to New York for her movie promos. After the press conference, Jordan made his way through the security forces to reach the side of Farrah Fawcett and requested her autograph on the piece of clothing. When Fawcett saw this innocent child asking for her photograph, she gladly signed it. And Jordan was shouting very excitedly, "This is a jersey signed by Miss Farrah Fawcett. The selling price is $200. He auctioned off the clothes to a businessman for a price of $1,200. Upon returning home, his father broke into tears and said, "I am amazed that you did it, my child. You are really great." That night, Jordan slept alongside his father. His father said, "Son, in your experience of selling these 3 pieces of clothing, what did you learn about success?" And Jordan replied, "Where there is a will, there is a way." His father nodded his head, then shook his head. "What you say is not entirely wrong, but that was not my intention. I just wanted to show you that a piece of used clothing, which is worth only $1, can also be increased in value. Then how about us, living and thinking humans? We may be darker and we may be poorer, but what if we can increase our value?" This thought enlightened young Jordan. Even a piece of used clothing could be made dignified, then why not me? There is absolutely no reason to underestimate myself. From then on, Michael Jordan felt that his future would be beautiful and full of hope. He went on to become the greatest basketball player of all times. So, reflection, how can I increase my own value? A very interesting thought indeed. Ponder on it. Thank you very much. It's a very, very nice story I like to share with you. Thank you.